Case of the State of Michigan versus Brianna Likes, 25S00120.
Brianna Lake.
Assistant Public Defender Davy Lee before Ms. Likes.
Ms. Woods, can you place your appearance on the record?
Tiffany Woods for the people.
All right, thank you. So we are originally here for a pretrial in this particular case. The court passed the matter and Ms. Likes' camera was off and the court was unable to see her. In the interim time period, Ms. Likes apparently turned her light on and then put in the chat, "This is bullshit. I have a different court to be at as well." So first she's cursing in the chat, and then secondly, I have an image of her giving the middle finger to the court. And as I indicated before I recalled this case, Ms. Likes is going to be found in contempt of court regarding both of those decisions that she made this morning, and she's going to do jail time. You have a right to have a hearing on the contempt proceeding. You can request that if you so choose. Mr. Lebo, what would your client like to do?
Ms. Likes would admit to both.
Ms. Likes, is it true, ma'am, that you wrote in the chat, "This is bullshit"?
It was not supposed to go to the chat. It was supposed to have went to a family member that I was responding back to, and somehow it ended up going to the chat, and it was not supposed to have. The part where I did say that I do have another court as well, that was supposed to have gone into the chat for you guys, but the other part was not supposed to have.
Now, my question was, did you put that in the chat?
No, I did not.
All right. Then we're going to have a hearing.
Ms. Likes, are you sure you want to deny putting that in the chat?
I mean, like, what else am I supposed to do? Like, it was not supposed to have went to your guys' chat. Like, so screw it. Like, it went to your guys' chat. I understand that. Like, so what are you suggesting I do?
Ms. Likes, would you like to have another breakout room with me?
Sure. Are we going to do a breakout room?
You can give them the breakout room. I'm sorry, I was waiting for you. The court will recall the matter of the State of Michigan versus Brianna Likes, case number 25S00120.
Tiffany Woods for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Davy Lee on behalf of Ms. Likes. Ms. Likes, please state your name, ma'am.
Brianna Likes.
Thank you. What would your client like to do?
Ms. Likes, at this time, would you like to admit to the contempts of court that were discussed?
Yeah.
Ms. Likes, please come to the camera.
Yeah.
Please.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Ms. Likes, is it true that you put "this is bullshit" in the chat?
Not meaning to, yes.
Is it also true that you put up a middle finger at the camera, ma'am?
Sure.
That's a yes or no. That's not a sure.
Yes.
Defendant is to complete 10 days in the Washtenaw County Jail. When does she want to turn?
And I do apologize for doing what I did, and it won't ever happen again.
Is there anything from the people on this?
Judge, I just know that she's here for a case, a child abuse case, Judge. So I know she has a young child, I believe a 4-year-old. I just would like for the defendant. I would just like for the defendant to take a look at her behavior.
Eating. She's not going to look at her behavior. Now she's eating in court.
I have a deficiency where my sugar drops really, really low, so I have to eat something because my sugar did drop really low, and I did just take it to make sure that my sugar was low, and I do apologize for that, but I have to eat something to bring my sugar back up.
Do you have a cough? I'm just allergic to bull.
I just think she's setting a poor example for her children, and she's setting a poor example for the judge and the people as to how we're going to resolve this case. And that it doesn't look like she appears to be taking any of this seriously. In court, we all wait around for the hearings, whether the hearing is scheduled at 9 or 10 or 11. It's frustrating, but it's something that as an adult, we sit quietly, we pay attention, because that's the right thing to do when you're in court. And as a mother who's setting an example for young children, I would have liked to have not have this happen, because I think that the defendant right now is setting a very poor example for everyone, including her children, Judge.
Anything from you, Mr. Lebo?
Your Honor, I would just ask that the court consider an alternative sanction such as community service. This perhaps an anger management program.
Defendant is to complete 10 days in the Washtenaw County Jail. I'm going to hold that in abeyance. Defendant can do a impulse control class to purge her contempt and not do jail time.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm sure Ms. Likes very much appreciates that.
Thank you. And I do apologize for me eating, but I have to bring my sugar up.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
What do we do regarding the pretrial?
Your Honor, we're going to set that matter for a bench trial, please.
For what trial?
A bench trial, Your Honor.
Are you sure that's what you want to do?
Could we approach for a moment?
Sure. All right, we're back on the record in the Brianna Likes matter. We had a chance to talk about this particular matter. I explained to the prosecutor the court's position with respect to how I view the law regarding child abuse fourth degree. The prosecutor has been fully informed on that. I am familiar with some basic outline of the allegations in this case. The court would obviously be fair with respect to this particular charge. However, I think that the prosecutor needs to speak with supervisor about the court's stance regarding the law as it comes to the child abuse fourth, and Ms. Likes needs to get her course done so she can purge her contempt.
Come find me.
We'll put these all over to July 10th. And at that time, we'll see whether or not we need to have a waiver and whether the prosecutor would waive, given the court's position regarding child abuse fourth degree. All of those are things that, because the prosecutor would have to waive to a non-jury trial as well. So those are all the things that need to be flushed out before we are in a position to move forward. And so we'll put this to July 10th at 9:00 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you need to contact the probation department so they can advise you of how you can get that class taken so you can purge your contempt.
Ms. Johnson already provided that information.
I did just receive that in an email from Ms. Johnson. I'm going to forward that to Ms. Likes right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll see you back then. Mine is continued.
Okay, and that'll be July 10th at what time?
At 9 a.m. It's on Zoom again, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay. Go. Will you hand me my screen box? Now go. Preach.
And so you may proceed. Ms. Laskowski, are there any agreements?
Yes, there are, but there is kind of a preliminary issue that probably the court needs to address first. The state would ask the court to take judicial notice of the.
Well, before I take judicial notice,
All right. So the preliminary issue is that we've got genetic testing results for both children that have been filed with the court. They meet the self-authenticating requirements set forth by the Texas Family Code. However, Mr. Ware is, even with those results, not ready to proceed because he has concerns about those results, he said.
Okay, Mr. Ware, what are your concerns with the results?
My concerns with the results are the place it was conducted at, and I feel like it could have been more professional because they weren't supposed to let me swab myself and stuff like that, but they let me do certain things that I know that I wasn't supposed to do. So I was just trying to make sure that they were following all the right procedures and things of that sort. So
Actually,
it wouldn't be any.
and there might have been other things they did that were wrong. I was not there, but my understanding, and Ms. Young Clean, you might actually be able to testify about this. The AG's office facilitates swabbing, and my understanding is when people go into their office and get swabbed, that you give them the Q-tip and they swab themselves. You don't actually take it to their mouth and swab them. Is that correct, Ms. Young Clean?
When we were doing the DNAs, we don't do it any longer, but when we would hand them the swab and have them do it and watch them do it to make sure it was done correctly.
So that is not unusual, sir. Now there might be other things that were not good about the place. I don't know.
Yes, ma'am. It was very unprofessional. I just felt like the where it was conducted at, I would like a different location of that sort.
Did the
where
AG's
I'm more
office discuss with
supervised.
you? Did the AG's office discuss with you what happens if you get a second genetic test?
No, ma'am, but I'm willing. I'm open to all suggestions.
There's not a suggestion here, so I can't give legal advice. What are you requesting of me?
I'm requesting a second DNA test, or more at a different facility.
Ms. Olkowski, is there a section in the family code about a second DNA test? Maybe it's just your policy. Well, sir, if I grant the second DNA test, you will be responsible for the payments. And I believe you have to make the payment before it's done, but I'm not positive.
And a different location if I am granted that DNA test.
The AG's office is given a lot of authority by the legislature on how they run their offices. And there's things I'm not in control of. You can request that of them.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, the Texas Family Code section 160.507 covers the topic of additional genetic testing. The court or support enforcement agency shall order additional genetic testing on the request of a party who contests the result of the original testing. If the previous genetic testing identified a man as the father of the child under section 160.505, the court or agency may not order additional testing unless the party provides advance payment for the testing.
So it is a shall. So, sir, you're requesting additional genetic testing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to, the code makes that pretty clear. It's a shall. So I'm going to order a second genetic testing. Sir, I'm ordering that you pay for the cost of that testing in advance per the family code as well that you just heard. Is section 160.507, reading along with her. And do you know how much that will cost, Ms. Laskowski?
People are delusional.
Ma'am, that's not appropriate for court.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I thought I had it on.
And sir, you have transportation so that if I do order another site, you can get to it because it might not be close.
Yes, ma'am. I have transportation.
And in accordance with the Texas Family Code, addressing the issue, the agency will not schedule that testing appointment for the second genetic test until the payment for it has been received, just to let you know.
And how much is the payment for the
right,
DNA test?
That is what I am trying
That's all I need to know. Yes,
to
ma'am.
learn. The AG's office, I think it's in the court order that I'll be signing, but it will give an address to send it to. I believe it is at the state disbursement unit, but it's a different PO box, so it doesn't get collected as child support or lost in the system. It will go in as a amount you owe, I believe, and then when you pay it, they'll know that you paid it. You still should follow up because they have a lot.
Yes, ma'am. I know.
Okay, they always follow up with the AG. They have a lot of cases.
Am I able to ask another question at the moment, or are y'all still trying to figure out what's going on with the second DNA testing?
Well, if your other question is about the DNA testing, you can ask it. If it's about like another issue that's not before me at this point, we really can't get into that at this point.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Requested DNA testing, I can't go beyond that right now. So you can ask the question. I'm not sure if anyone can answer. And plus, well, you can ask the question. I'm not sure if anyone can answer it for you. No one here can give you legal advice. But perhaps this is more how things operate question.
Yes, ma'am. I was just asking if paternity was to come back for a second time, the DNA test that I am the father, biological father for both children. I wanted to know, would I be able to would there be any court order for me to be able to carry my children on taxes every year, since I'm working and I'm
I can't give you legal advice, sir, but I recommend you Google that and you'll probably get your answer.
all right.
Miss Whitfield? Yeah. Ma'am, it looks like you're having a side conversation right now. I know that we're like, someone's looking into something right now, but if you could please just stay focused in court, I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, ma'am, now we've lost you. Okay.
If it's a swab, it would be $225.45, and a blood draw would be $326.85. So you're looking at $225 to $325.
What are you requesting, Mr. Ware?
I want to do another swab.
What was that amount again? And that's per child, I believe.
So per member is $47.15.
Okay.
And so that's $47.15 times 3, plus the $84 for the actual test results.
Is it 3 or is it 4? Because there's 2 children.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Ware
Okay.
and Ms. Whitfield, right?
Okay. So, all right, let me redo that math. 272, 273, 272.6 to be exactly.
Okay. So, sir, I'm going to be ordering you to pay the fee. And please note, before they schedule you, you have to pay that fee.
I'm going to say by July 15th. That gives us enough time.
That wouldn't be enough time for me, ma'am.
How much time are you requesting to pay $200, sir? Or $300?
Well, yeah, $300 in total. I have bills. I have late rent that I have to pay. This upcoming paycheck. So maybe the one after that, I get paid every 2 weeks.
Sir, I'm not trying to tactfully say this, but there's a very good chance you have 2 children that you're going to have to start supporting as well at the conclusion of this case. And so
we could go.
I need to relook at your budgeting because with 2 children, I think your child support is going to be at least this much. So I'm a little concerned. Nor can we delay this case forever. It's been on file for quite some time. We already did genetic testing once.
However you want to go about it. I don't have a say so really. Just telling you what I think and what I'll be able to do. I do have bills though, and I understand that if I potentially do have 2 children, I'll fully responsibility. I bet them payments get paid every time they're due. Just want to make sure I'm actually paying for what's mine though. That's it.
Okay, so we're ordering that he pay. What reset date do you want to use, Ms. Laskowski?
September 15th at 8:30 a.m.
So I'm ordering that you pay that fee, and they'll let you know where it has to be paid to on or before July 15th of 2025. And then I'm resetting the case to September 15th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. Please note, if you do not show up for the testing or do not pay for the testing, there are genetic test results that do appear to be in compliance with the family code. So just be aware of that. At this point, that's where things are. You need anything further, Ms. Laskowski?
No, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do you want them back in their breakout rooms? Are you able to draft this today?
Yes, please. I am getting that set up right now. I'll be right with you.
Okay, so someone from the AG's office will help get you back to the breakout rooms. But thank you both for coming in today, and we'll proceed again on the.
Do I have to go, or can I just go off?
No, you need to go back to the breakout room as well, ma'am, so you know what needs to be done as well, and so you can sign off on the order.
This is.
Ma'am, this is not. Please don't be critical of. This is the court process, and this is the system. Okay. If you'd like to hire a private lawyer and see if you can get this done faster or quicker or more to your liking, you are more than welcome to do that.
It's on paper.
Okay, we're going to stop the recording, and Ms. Campos, if you can assist them back to the breakout room, thank you.
Battery should logged off.
Oh, that's okay.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
You have got to be kidding me. What is going on today?
This is a joke. Today is a capitalist interpreter.
I need an interpreter when I cannot express myself somewhere.
Oh my God, sir, put that cigarette out. I don't give a crap that you are outside of this. What is wrong with everybody today? You know what, Miss Reed, we're going to start bringing people in first. We're going to learn how to act in a courtroom.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Ma'am? Ma'am? Can you hear it? Okay.
Come and go so
No taste. Trust me, at the end of the day, I'm sitting up here, I'm the one that needs a drink.